it exists. What? He just lifted me up into the air. Well, I'm not gonna come first again. Oh no. Come on, it's a speed boost. Go, go, go. Yes! That guy might have actually just given me the win. No way. Yeah. No! Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be playing Speed 2, and this game is actually for the Nintendo Wii, and this is actually the rarest video game of all time. And I've actually played the original Speed game. It was the first video game I've ever owned. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and play, and I'm going to go to One Player Championship, and we're going to start off with this first track, which is something to do with mountains. We're going to go over here. We're going to choose Team Fire, which is the red car. This is the main car I used to choose back in the day when I used to play the original Speed. Good. Alright, press 2. And we can drive like that. Alright. And we can turn. Am I doing this correctly? Yeah, I am. Alright. I was just getting controls. Right. So we can go and crash these guys. Yeah, there's a lot of crashing that happens in this game, but the first track should be pretty easy for me, especially since I've actually played the, I've played the original Speed game, so I shouldn't be too bad at this. And why is the track so open? I just realized, I'm going straight right now, but it's turning left slightly, I don't know why. See what, no, I don't know. I don't know if that's the game or if that's just my controls, but yeah, it's fine. Why is this track so open? This track is the easiest track I've ever seen so far in all the Speed games. Oh my god. Alright. Now there's actually also a Speed 3, and from what I heard that was actually really bad. It released somewhere in like 2021. This game released in 2012, I believe. And the original Speed game was 2010. So I can actually see there's actually like random leaves floating in the air, which is unusual to see from a Wii game with everything else going on. You'd think it would like, you know, decrease the frames or drop the frames, I mean, however much, but we're doing pretty well here. And it says, I don't even remember what it said something about mountains. We aren't really up in the mountains are over there, but we're not doing too bad. This track is so open, look how open it is. Look, there's like advertisements as well on the left. This is not a track you would see in the original Speed game at all. And these Speed games are actually very unknown. Not many people do know about them. I suppose it's unlike like Lightning McQueen and SpongeBob with their racing games. They have, you know, everyone knows those characters, but with Speed it's a different story because it's not based off of anything other than Formula 1 cars, and there's already other Formula 1 car video games. And we are down to 4th because I crashed out right there. So, oh, another one just went past. And another one, alright, so yeah, there's probably rubber banding just like the first one actually. Just makes sense. I don't know why I keep turning slightly left, it just does that, I don't know why. If you have to turn right, we can crash into these guys though. Alright. Turn right here. It seems to turn differently compared to the other Speed games. I don't know if it's better or worse though, that's the thing. I guess it depends on the situation. It's probably not better for when the track's this open. So I'm actually first right now, so I'm gonna overlap these guys. Oh, what are they doing? Yeah, that's the AI for you in this game. Seriously, I don't know what they're doing. They're just having their own one-on-one there. But this is only the first track, guys, as well. So I'd imagine the other tracks would be a lot harder than this first track, just like the others, just like the first Speed game. Alright, we are coming up over here. on finishing this race, and I don't know why it keeps doing that, but here we are. First race done. Press this. 314 miles per hour. That's a lot. Okay. So here we are at Mammoth Desert, or whatever it says, I don't know, but let's go ahead and play the game, and we can go ahead. Let's choose a different one. We can choose, we'll go Team Ocean this time. Now the art design in both of the speed games look nothing like the actual game itself. Like this loading screen, you don't see any cars that look exactly the same, exactly like that. What is that audio? Alright, anyway. I always love the soundtrack in the speed games. What am I clicking? I keep clicking on stuff. Yeah, don't ask why there's a mouse on the Wii. Don't ask that. Here we are. Add this. What's it called? A desert? This looks like more like mountains to me. Okay, whatever. But those guys can crash out over there. It's so open again. Why is it so open, this track? Okay, I don't know why it's so open. And the turns as well. Turns seem sharper, but except for I can turn better in this game. That's the only difference, I think. Wait, what way am I going? I thought I was supposed to turn right. I'm blind or something. I didn't see properly. Oh, okay. Well, at least they kept that from the original game. Yeah, sometimes the speed cars just... Sometimes the cars just speed into you from behind, and then you get a massive boost, and then they crash out, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, because when I do that to them, I crash them out. And that's a weird thing. In the original game, the second player, if you crash into them, you crash out instead. For some reason, the second player gets the weight advantage or whatever. Or it's not a weight advantage. You just crash into them and you crash out instead of them. It doesn't really make any sense. They don't really crash out unless if they hit a wall, not another car, and I just accidentally crash into the wall. Then what am I doing? But this track is so wide. Look at it. Okay, those guys are... You can go up to faster speeds, I think, in this game. I think. Alright. Go ahead. Go through this one. They're going up ahead there. Okay, we can crash through these guys just like that. Alright, there we go. So this is only amateur class, remember guys. There's also a professional difficulty as well as you continue throughout the game, and almost crashed into whatever that was. That's just in the middle of the track. It's not in the middle. It's, you know, you shouldn't be able to go outside like this. Like, why am I allowed to go over here? But I don't know. So, oh, I did it again. I slowed down and I continued to go forwards. I was crashing out in that turn. What am I doing? I'll try not to repeat that same mistake on lap 3. Alright, can I just go here? And oh. I don't know what I'm doing, guys, but I did not expect to do that. Anyway. And crash into this guy. So for some reason none of the AI cars in both of the speed games so far choose the pink car for some reason. None of them choose it. I have no idea why. Maybe there's something wrong with the pink car, but I'm not too sure. This seems to be a different color, a different variation, or slightly different of what the other cars already are, so I have absolutely no idea why that's the case. But yeah, none of them choose the pink car. Absolutely no idea why. So yeah, it's very interesting. Not too sure why. New lap record. I've only just started playing this game. Almost crashed into that wall. But this track is so open. It's not really providing too much of a challenge, apart from these random turns like this here. This is actually quite a sharp turn, but even then I didn't need to brake at all. There's only once where I needed to brake where I didn't really brake. Is this it? This is it. And I've done it again! And crashed out again. Would this cost me the lead, potentially? Oh, they did that. Oh, no. Oh, okay, yep. 2-hit combo. Yes, I saw that with my own eyes, but we can go up here. And it says Team 6 Studios as the advertisement there. What does it say up here? It has some campfire thing. I can't read that. I'm going too fast. So far, I'm not a fan of these tracks. I'm not a big fan of these tracks. I mean, this one's alright. It's not bad at all. It has those tight corners, but the first one was not that good at all, really. Oh, I crashed into that! What am I doing? And I don't like those. Why are they in the way? They're just in the way. No, I might not actually come first now. I might not actually... I don't know, I can't even remember how... Oh my god, the finish line's right there. Of course it is. Well, I'm probably going to come second here, which means I'm going to have to redo this track again. Well, that's just great. Replaying the mountain desert thing or whatever it's called, I don't know. But this is the track and we're going to be using the Teamfire one this time. So, yeah, let's go. And I didn't press... I pressed the wrong button. Alright. Alright, let's go. So, you guys get a head start, which might be good because I need a bit of a challenge. Although I came second last time, so let's see. What is that? Come on. Move. Okay. Then first still, I don't know how. How do I look back again? Is it? I can't look, I need to turn. I don't remember, is it N? N. What am I saying? Alright, let's go ahead and turn here. Alright, I know the track a bit more as well now, guys, but can I slow down around this corner and not crash for the first time? I did. So I've pretty much nailed down this track right now, so we should be all good this time around. But so far the first track was kind of just bad, but this one has a bit more turns than that, which makes it okay, to say the very least. It still doesn't compete with the first game's track, though, so I'm a little disappointed in that regard. But, and the scenery as well is just all rocks, so... I don't know, it's alright. This track's alright. The first track wasn't good, but this track's alright. It's desert track, the first one was a mountain track apparently. Alright, there we go, first lap done. So far so good, guys. My driving has been pretty good. I'm getting used to the controls and everything as well. Because they feel slightly off. They feel slightly different compared to the first two. Like, I'm going straight right now, and it's turning left slightly. Well, at least it was. And the turning seems to be sharper almost. Yeah, I don't know. And those things, what are they? They just hang down over you. And they get in the way. I don't really know why they're there at all. They aren't hanging up anything or anything like that, really. So you can easily cheat by going on these areas here, away from the road, which I don't think AI would purposely go on unless they crash out. This game is different to the first two games, but it has the same cars. That's one thing. You can overlap them so much easier. What are they doing? They were doing that in the first track too, weren't they? Yeah, you can go to much faster speeds in here as well. I feel like there's less turns, but well, I did that again. Oh my god! I feel like there's less turns, but for some reason there's sharper turns, but with a wider circuit. So I don't really know how I feel about that. It feels like it brings the overall feel of the game down slightly compared to the first one. Okay, see, another guy just crashed into me and made me go faster, and he crashed out, which doesn't really make any sense, but it's fine. It makes it unique, I suppose, in that way. It turns so sharp. Did not turn this sharply at all, unfortunately. You kind of have to slow down and then turn, and slow down some more and then turn. I'm not slowing down at all here, especially with these big open tracks. So here we go, that's the first. There we go, we came first on the second track in the game. And we can continue on to the third track of the game. Right, so this one's called Canadian Cold. So that's a bit interesting. Should we use Teamfire in a track like this? I'm not sure. We'll use Team Jin. We'll use Team Jin. This time we'll see where things go with this car. But obviously if I lose with this car, maybe there's something about the red one, Teamfire, that seems so good, I don't know. Because I came first both times with that one there. Anyway, let's get into this. And as you can see, no one uses the pink car once again. Can I crash into this guy? Goodbye. See, I can crash into that guy from behind and he crashes now. So this does seem to be another open map. Can you believe it? Open track, I mean, but look how open it is. Whether you like it better that way or not, I don't know, but like, what is this? What was that? Why was there a slope? That was weird, I couldn't turn properly up it. Alright, all of a sudden now I can turn really well. I couldn't turn properly up that, and then it... Oh look, this track is different. I like this. If this is actually supposed to happen, or if it's not just my controls. I think it is supposed to happen. Where's the AI? Oh no! Imagine the AI in professional difficulty. Oh no, yep, there we go. Yeah, just going to crash into one of those that gets in the way. Probably balances things out all in all with those things in the way. I don't even know what they're called. Comment down below if you know what they're called. But yeah, these games are very unknown, so... Gee, alright. These turns are sharp and I can't actually turn properly up them. This might be harder than what I thought. It's a very unique track though. Can't really see an ice, snow sort of track in a game like this. I wouldn't have expected to see it anyway. Yeah, look at this. This is definitely a lot harder compared to the other tracks in this game anyway. Oh, I missed that guy completely because the turning is just completely random in this track. Alright, maybe we can go over here. Turn this. This is actually my first time playing Speed 2, if I didn't already say that. So, yeah. Oh no. This game is so rare to find though, it's like impossible to find this game. If you search it up online and there's not even listings of it anyway. Okay. Sometimes the AI just go really fast, but no, you do actually go fast in this game, they go really fast because they can turn corners at full speed and not crash. Which wasn't possible in the first game, but it seems to be more possible in this game. Apart from, obviously, this track is... See, look, I can't turn as sharply here. The wheels just don't turn. Look, I need it. That is impossible to turn! I was slowing down as well! You actually have to, like, let go out of the accelerating button in that one. Turn properly there. I'm becoming 5th as well. We might have to redo this track. It's not over yet. We have plenty of time left. We can get this done. Let's go. Let's use this to our advantage because the game lets us for whatever reason. I'm not too sure. Go, this guy's. Is he slow? What is he doing? I guess that's the rubber banding in this game, kind of. It just does that. It did that in the original Speed game as well. These games would be 10 out of 10 if they had like more content in them. Like, I reckon so anyway. That's the only thing these games are missing is content. There's just not enough of it. There's like 7 tracks in these games, and then they just redo the same tracks with different difficulties and different laps and stuff like that. So, yeah. But the content is the only thing that's really missing from these games. Otherwise, they're pretty much 10 out of 10 in my eyes anyway. And I'm a fan of racing games. Especially ones like this where you crash and you just absolutely go everywhere. And the AI in this game, if anything, the AI make it better with what they do. And luckily there is different difficulties in here. Well, these 2 different difficulties. There's a professional difficulty as well. Which, yeah, would actually be a lot harder. Because I'm not coming first, I'm coming second right now. So, yeah, we need to lock in here for this last bit. Oh no, can we catch up to this guy? For some reason we can, I don't know what he's doing, but we can come first right here. So that's just the AI in this game. And yeah, there we go, 310. You never really go that. Max I go is like 303 or 304 maybe. Or maybe 302. I'm not sure. I don't think it was ever 310 though. Anyway, let's go to this next circuit track right here. And let's go ahead and choose a different one. Should we go team? Let's go Team Sky. Let's go Team Sky. Let's go to Team Sky this time. And maybe next time we'll do the pink team as well. No one chooses the pink car. It's very, very strange. I don't know why. It's so... You know, you'd think they would choose it. Oh well, let's go. Let's go. We are on Team Sky right now. And I think we actually should be on a team with those other Team Sky guys in our team. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it really matters though. Maybe they won't try and crash us. I'm not too sure. I don't think that's the case. But so far I like this track. It's very interesting. Just driving by all these different buildings. I am in first right now. I like the tracks with 5 lap count. And the lap goes for like a minute plus. Because those games end up usually being over 5 minutes long. And you know it's gonna be quite a long race. And it's not gonna be very quick. Oh, look at this tunnel! I remember they had a lot of they pretty much had the same tunnel over and over again in the first game, but this is a different tunnel right now. That's interesting. Alright. I don't know how to feel about this track now. It's not as good as that. If that's the first lap over, I know it's been a minute. So far my favourite one is that snow ice track we did before. I'm not too sure what it's called again, I forgot. Was it Canadian something? I'm not sure. It was whatever the snow one was, but so far that's my favourite one. This might be my second favourite one, and then the box one. This is good. It's just, why is it open? Oh, I did not see that there! I was going to say why it's open, and it's like I can drive the exact same speed on the grass as I can on the road, but... Yeah, they have advertisements in this game, though. From everyone to everyone for free or something, it says. Okay. Oh, can we... Actually, I don't know what that was, but... Why am I turning... Okay, see, I sometimes just see I'm slightly turning right. So I'm not actually turning at all. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that's the game worth. But he's on my team there, so maybe I shouldn't crash into him. I don't know. But this guy... Oh, no. Oh, well. Yeah, I don't like how the tracks are this open, though. That's one thing I don't like about this game so far. But I suppose it is unique, because the other game never really had anything like this. They're all so narrow in the first game. But this game is very unique. I suppose that's just what makes it different in the end. Also has different soundtracks as well. Some of them are reused, but I think most of them are actually completely different. Like this one. What even is this soundtrack? It was inspiring me to do that at this point, but yeah, I do really like this track. I like the scenery of this track. You can just... Okay, what do they do? 8th and 7th are always just 1v1ing and at the back there. I don't know why. They've been doing that like on every track. Aside from the last one, I'm not too sure what they were doing. I didn't overlap them at all on that one. That one was a struggle, but yeah, we can actually. I don't really remember at all overlapping cars in the first game. I don't remember it being a common thing anyway. But it seems to be a more common thing here. Which indicates either the AI are just worse here, which I don't think they are. I think the track's just different in that regard, but yeah, there we go, 306 miles per hour. We don't at Sydney Ocean Track, and this is based in Australia then, I believe. What car oh yeah, Team Pink, where are you, Team Pink? There we are. Alright, let's use Team Pink for this one. Let's get right into it, mate. Here we go. Speed 2. This game is definitely unique for a racing game, I must say, but anyway. Here we are. And there's the Sydney Opera House over there. And here we go forwards again. Alright, so there we go. And they have stands with no one in them, just like the first game. I'm pretty sure I had that. See, look, no one's pink car. I'm the only pink car. Yeah. Wow, okay. The AI are a little bit aggressive, I think. Anyway. But this track doesn't seem to be as wide, yeah. Although it still is wide, but not as wide as those ones that I crashed into a wall randomly there. Don't ask why. Are these tracks just floating in the air? Wait, what's going on here? Why is there an alarm symbol? Whoa! How am I supposed to turn that? Well, the AI can turn that at full speed? Are you kidding? Okay. Alright. This is definitely interesting, this track. Imagine this on professional difficulty. Seems... Okay, this track seems to be a step above all the other difficulties. What is that? Why does it turn like that? I just came off a turn and it has another turn like that while going up a hill. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about with the AI. Ooh. Oh, wow, okay. This is a very interesting track. I did not expect this at all. I literally have nothing going on in the scenery apart from these dark, like, clouds and that as well. And there's also the Sydney Opera House over there and some stands as well. And some buildings in the background. What is that? As if I was going to see that while turning. Oh, look at the AI. They go slower around that. And they're all following the similar pathing. Oh, what is this over here? I'm going to crash this guy out as well. Wow, this might actually be the best track out of all the speed games. I'm not kidding, this track might actually be the best track out of all of the speed games. Obviously I haven't played every track in this game quite yet, but I like this track a lot. And it's also frustrating. But see, these impossible turns makes it incredibly hard. How am I supposed to turn? Okay, for someone that's playing this track for the first time, they aren't going to see that at all, and they're guaranteed to crash. Which is what I did just then. And look at this guy. Are the AI more aggressive here? They definitely changed something with the AI because they go slower around the corners. So that was definitely intentional with those sharp corners and that. But look at this up here. We can crash into this guy. Oh! Can you respawn me? I couldn't be bothered turning around. What are you doing? Respawn me! No! Alright, come on. Let's go. Pick up the speed. Pick up the pace. Let's go over here. Alright. This track I'm fifth as well. This is great. No! Oh, okay. Come on, get out of the way. This track is going to be a big track. I can just tell how big it is. Ooh. Whoa! How am I supposed to see that? It just blends into the scenery, which is nothing. It just blends in because it's the same color. There's a dark clouds in the sky. Ooh, gee. Alright. Alright, new lap record. New lap record. Okay. Alright, so hopefully we can get another new lap record on this one, which means we're getting better. Of course, but we're in first right now. I want to do this on professional difficulty! And then I say that, and I just see an unexpected corner. Maybe I don't want to do it on professional difficulty just yet. But I'll definitely be more of a challenge, because you know, I like having a challenge, in this, especially in a game like this. I love the gameplay in this game, it's awesome. The AI going up here. Oh, how's that? The turns in here, the turns in this game is so sharp. And this track specifically as well, it's so sharp. Look at this. Well, let's be careful. Was there another one up here? There was. Could have crashed into that. So there's absolutely nothing to look at when you're driving around. Oh, I'm just never going to expect that turn, ever. And that might have copped up my lead, and I might not actually come first here. Well, that's just great. Oh. No! Oh, well, I'm not coming first anyway. If I don't come first, it probably doesn't really matter too much what position I come in. Can I catch up to this guy? No! It's just... Oh, I'm so close. And let's actually not skip this first cutscene just to see what it does. I'm pretty sure it's all the same as the first one. Yeah, it is. Which is not bad. At least they give you a choice to skip it. I'm crashing into this guy at the start. So as you can see, yeah, there are teams. So there's like multiple red cars, multiple ocean cars, multiple black gin cars, whatever they're called. And then there's just me on Team Pink, which is wonderful, of course. Not really, but you know. All good, guys. There's some pattern on the spoiler, I think. It's like some star or some spikes, and I'm never gonna expect those turns. I'm never, because no other track is like this at all. I'm not gonna expect those turns while the AI just automatically know what's gonna happen. Because you can see the Sydney Opera House in here. If I change my vision, oh gee, what? I just bounced off of that. All these games need is just some more content. They should have had Speed 1 and Speed 2 packaged in together, because they are technically just pretty much the same game with different tracks. That's pretty much it. And some slightly other tweaked things maybe, but other than that, they seem to be the same game. Like even the menus are the same, aside from the it's saying Speed 2 and a bit being a different artwork. The game obviously. Oh no. On. I don't mind that they haven't changed the cars. I honestly don't care. I usually just use Team Fire anyway, so it didn't really matter anyway with me. I usually just stick to one car and don't change. It applies for Mario Kart and other racing games as well. Oh, I'm never gonna expect that. Like I said, I'm just never gonna expect it. See, look how slow they go. They know they can't turn sharp around that corner. It would be impossible for even AI to turn sharp around that corner. Let's say 5 minutes 29. Is that how long it takes? But if not even 5 laps, imagine this on 5 laps. I don't think there would be this on 5 laps in the game, but imagine if there was. They should have it just so you can customize the difficulty and laps individually on the tracks. But of course they didn't do that. Oh well. Sky. What is this soundtrack as well? Look at this. Oh, I was trying to reach a new miles per hour speed limit thing, record or whatever, and then I forgot those turns. Right, we still have another lap to do after this one as well. I am getting a bit sick of this track, though, I must admit. It's starting to just a little bit annoy me with these turns. Okay, I'm going to try and expect the turns this time. I'm going to be prepared to slow down. I've done this track now. I've done quite a few laps in this one. Alright, so I'm just going to be prepared to slow down. I don't think it's around here. It's up here, yeah. What? How? As soon as you see it from the distance, you just... Oh my god, and now these guys are going past. No, I cannot... No. There's still time left, and this track is quite big as well, so that does give me some hope, but I need to nail every turn from here for me to have a chance. Because it's going to be quite hard to do. I'm not going to be able to see it like this. I'm not going to be able to see turns like that. Move! Are you kidding? I tried to go around, but then the turning was off and I didn't turn quick enough, so I just turned back into them and I was like, oh my god, are you kidding? Alright. I don't know how far in front those other guys are. Come on, are you serious right now? Oh, they're right there! Come on! No! Come on. Let's go. What the... Sums up this game really. It's a bit half and under, and I'm glad it exists. What? He just lifted me up into the air! Well, I'm not gonna come first again. Oh no! Come on, it's a speed boost. Go, go, go! Yes! That guy might have actually just given me the win. No way. Yes, finally! New track record too. Wow. We're doing port something. I'm not too sure what it was called. I don't remember. You can check after if you want. But anyway. Oh, what? Okay, I clicked on something here. Oh wait, they have those hot air balloons in another of those, one of those other speed maps as well. What are they doing? Okay. Alright, we can quickly go over here. To the outside, because this is what the truck has. No! Oh, we did it. We did that turn. Alright, come on. These turns. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Okay, not as bad as I thought. Alright, so far so good. This track is so much easier compared to that other one. And that's the track. Well, I rate that as about as good as the first track in the game. It might be just a bit better than that. The track is not that good so far. Disappointed with this one. Positive is the scenery though, I suppose. Yeah, not much to say about this one. I mean, there's a shot there. No, it's definitely better than the first track in the game with those turns. I'm just a bit used to them now. It's okay. It's okay. I'd rate it like C tier if I was to put it on a tier list. Another one would be like D tier, the first one in the game. And the second one would also probably be high C tier, just above this one. Those like boats, which another one in the game had, in the original game, also had boats. There's a 5-lap track there, I think. There's only one 5-lap track in this game as well. I just checked before. It's a little bit unfortunate. Come around here. Oh, okay, I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, how do you look backwards? There we are. Alright, and we're using Team Sun as well this time, which is whatever this car is. Okay, slow down around there. Let's go. Alright. Definitely getting used to these controls too. Or these turning anyway. This game compared to the other game. A bit of a shock of how different it was. Turning. Which game would I say is better so far? That's the real question. Probably the first one. I honestly think the first one's so far. I'm not sure. There's still one more track I haven't played in this game, and then it just starts to repeat difficulty lap. It just adds in. Although one of them only gets added laps. But that was an easy first place. With that track there, what was it called? It was called Port Speed, that one. And it was the most mid thing I've seen in a while. We can see what these other ones are over here. So that's the first track in the game. No way. The first track in the game is longer than that one. Okay, I don't really know. This track is not that good at all. This is the final one in the game, and then it starts to repeat track. And as we go up here, we have lap count 5 on this one. It just starts to repeat tracks. Change things around, but this is it. Dirt Private Race. What even is that? I'm going to use Team Fire, because red is my favourite colour, and we might as well just use my favourite looking car in the game. That's what I think anyway, but yeah, this is it. This is the final track in the game before it starts repeating. So if you guys do want me to expand on this game a bit more, make sure to let me know. Alright, so this guy's towing me! Alright. Okay. wide area over here. Oh, come on, I'm actually not... what is this track? Doesn't seem to be that good so far. A little bit concerned about. A little bit concerned. Oh, that's different. There's a bigger tunnel. Okay, different. So far nothing challenging like that Sydney Opera House track in the really. Oh, obviously I can see that. Oh no, I crashed into the wall! I still have my lead. Oh no, I don't know. What am I doing? I'm supposed to do that. They're right there, no! I need a speed boost. One other guy don't know right there, you might be. Now we're playing catch up. It's all good though. We can do this for some reason and just easily go past them. And that's the track. Oh boy. I honestly think the first game is better, guys. I honestly think this first game is better. Now, what happened then? I just couldn't turn anymore. Alright, I can turn again. I honestly think the first game is better, but this game is still pretty good. I just think the first game is better. With the track design, it having... No, I crashed into that. First of all, those things aren't there, but second of all, the tracks are just more narrower. Well, this game is definitely has added some unique things. It would be nice if it was all just the same game though. It might as well. It should have just been the same game. And this game is just incredibly rare. As well, I don't know why it's so rare to find. This is disappointing. Let's try to do a final track. It's just not that difficult. Especially to get into it. So far the Sydney Opera House track, it does have, in my opinion, the hardest track and the best track in the game, which is that Sydney Opera House track. Then that, is it Canadian? I don't know, it said something like that. It was one of those, it was that snow track, the ice one. So it has the two best tracks in the game, I think, in my opinion anyway. But the rest of it is this, just these massive open wide roads. I don't know, don't really have any opinions on that. So yeah, that's this game. I like the advertisements though, so that's something unique that I got to do. I've also added more soundtracks as well, although this in the first game is, that's right on right now. Yeah, I'll probably give this a play on professional difficulty depending on how this video performs. If I upload it to YouTube or not, I don't know, depending on what you guys want to see. This track's not bad whatsoever. It's just not as good as those other tracks in the game. These last two tracks we played. Yeah, 7 tracks in Speed 1 and Speed 2. Different ones. Which combines to 14. And that's Speed 2 at 328 miles per hour. If you'd like to go faster, somehow this game beats that. I think there's just more longer, like, straight roads in this game. But yeah, that's Speed 2, guys. If you guys do want to see more content just like this or anything else, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.